you guys doing?
Great. Fantastically. How are you doing?
Cool, man.
Good.
I usually do the early ones. I was always worried you guys are sleepy by this time of day. What is that you're drinking, the green stuff?
This is the juice from Press Juicery. And it's got kale, spinach, romaine, parsley, cucumber, celery, apple, and lemon. Highly
We're reading the label.
recommended, brother.
That sounds good.
Before we get started, Adam, you just had breakfast with the president?
Yeah,
Was
a
that
little continental breakfast and a handshake, a couple of minutes hanging
Dude.
out. Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Pretty awesome, right?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
So you guys are probably sitting at home or whatever, and you get this call from your agents, and he goes, "Hey, Steven wants to do a movie with you." It's the good news.
Yeah.
Now you got to be completely naked, but not just naked, but jumping up and down naked.
Yeah.
What is the fear? What goes through your heads when that happens?
You said it.
You
fear
said it.
immediately.
Fear, right off the
Yeah,
bat.
I mean, like lightning, just like
Oh,
complete fear.
Yeah. To me, that's always a good sign as an
Which is
artist,
great.
though, because
Yes.
that means it's something that's outside my comfort zone, something that's going to challenge me in one way or another that I'm not, maybe, I'm going to have to step it up a little bit to be a
100%.
part of. And
100%.
when knowing Steven was involved and these guys were involved, it just seemed like, a story that was really interesting that hadn't been told in the way that I know Steven could tell it. And so I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted it in, as terrifying as it was.
Absolutely. It was. I mean, completely terrifying. Because especially when you're not already in that kind of shape, you know the commitment it's going to require. You know there's dancing. For me, all of these things that I,
Wow.
never fancied myself as. And so, yes, that fear was totally palpable.
I think that's why we became such a band of brothers, though, because it
Without
was
a
like
doubt.
this boot camp we all went through. We were
was
getting the
war.
choreography from
Yeah.
these amazing girls, Allison Falk, Teresa Espinosa, who were giving us great, fun choreography that was accessible for us. It was like rehearsing a play, really, and then all of a sudden it was opening night and people were making it rain.
Yeah, and there's that, and there was that unspoken fear that we all knew we possessed.
Of course.
And that was exactly that.
We were
thing.
hanging on to each
we
other
were
for
like,
dear
"Let's
life,
do it,
man.
Like,
Come on, we can do this.
You're in a life wrapped
Yeah.
together, dude. Guys, so was there a point when you kind of everybody got it, and you're like, okay, now we're there. You're now Tito. You're now Ken. Was there a point where all of a sudden you were there?
Yeah, that came to life in a lot of the stuff we did backstage.
Yeah.
Steven would set us up in these environments long before they were ready to shoot, and he'd give us a chance to just hang back there and talk and sort of get in a groove of talking. And as they were setting up, we'd find a rhythm of just hanging out. And once the camera rolls and we incorporated the scene, I think we just we brought that to what we were doing, and it just highlighted the fact that we were this band of brothers back there, just living this life that we live.
And to me, it reminded me of maybe what it would be like to shoot a Robert Altman film.
Yes.
And you have to trust each other to be able to improvise with each other. You have to understand the character the other person's bringing. So
Absolutely, yeah.
The characters of Tito and Ken, when you're out there being them, is there a certain sense of power being on the stage? Do you experience that? Is that what it is?
You know what? And I think that power came from the freedom of letting go. We had done all of this preparation, getting our bodies in shape, getting these dance routines down, really finding these characters within ourselves and with each other, finding the dynamics of those relationships.
Yeah.
And when it came time to roll and to go, you were able to just let go and be free, and there was a lot of power in that freedom.
yeah, and for Ken, it wasn't even about power necessarily, because one of the ways that that helped me to actually be able to do this when Steven called action was just to think about what does this mean for my character? What's his relationship to these people? Why does he do this? What does he want out of this? And once that became clear to me, and for him being the kind of hippie he is, it was sort of a communal sharing experience. Right. And so once I had that to kind of go off of, it made it a little bit easier for me.
So preparing for this as an actor is different than your other roles because this physical thing, how long? How long did it take you guys to get there?
I had about 6 weeks, I think, before it was showtime.
That was it?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, that was part of the fear, man. You knew there wasn't a whole lot of time to get ready, but there was no way I was not going to be ready, and I know all the other guys felt the same way.
I think the minute I hung up the phone, hearing that we got the offer and it was going to go through, I went directly to the gym.
Yeah. Did you?
And I really didn't stop until we called rap.
And then on the rap day, we're talking the elevator. There must have been a pizza party. with French fries and hamburgers and stuff. Or
There was a
whatever.
It was
Matt
actually
Bomer
my
party.
birthday,
Yeah.
and none of us had to be shirtless anymore. And I told everybody how much I love Dairy Queen Blizzards, because at this point, I mean, we were just having fantasy talk. We're like, remember when we could eat pizza? Wasn't that great? God, it was so good. It was salty.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I told everybody how much I like Dairy Queen Blizzards, and they had Dairy Queen Blizzards waiting for us when we pulled up at Rap, and we just housed them, brother.
Oh, we
I'm
did.
talking
We
about,
went
I mean,
in
it was one of
heavy.
those things where you're talking
at a
about
time?
every bite. Oh, I got a chunk of brownie in that one.
Yeah.
Remember brownies?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Guys, really, really good movie.
Thanks.
More than we ever expected to be, and I really appreciate you talking to us
Thank you.
today.
It
Really
was a
appreciate
blast
it.
to be a
All
part
right,
of it.
thanks, guys.
Thank you.